Okay, so I've done my work and studies and all this, and that means when I see a werebeast or a gerbil act like a werebeast or a gerbil, it doesn't matter if it has a mask on or if it has a fancy coat on. I understand I'm dealing with a werebeast or gerbil. So one thing I've started to think a long time ago, when these people started selling me out, when my mother and my family, my uncles and everyone left alive except for the one who said the most intelligent thing ever: this world is fucking trash, pretty much, and it's bullshit. He said it's bullshit. He's the smartest person I've ever met, according to anything. You don't have to write a Bible. You just write this world is bullshit, and you become the God. But I noticed my family looks like these beasts I've been hunting. And so that means, like I keep saying, at the end of the day, after we kill them off, we have to kill me off because I might be infected with their blood. And so, like, I keep pushing this, and it's like they keep looking like it. Like, they literally look like little rats trying to get pieces of cheese sometimes. Look, I can do that so well. It's almost like I'm one of them, like, cheese and roaches and crumbs. I can do that so well, and it makes me wonder, like, why did they hate my father so much? He was like one half. He was like the Irish, and then the other people have these. They're like light-skinned, gray-skinned people with this curly hair, and no European has curly hair. These are people who are mixing with these people who look like Howard Stern and stuff like that. And I automatically assume, once I learn all this, that everyone who looks like Howard Stern is a demon, and it's going to have to be rounded up and executed. And anyone who protects them or likes them and has a problem with them being executed is going to have to be executed as well, because they will hide them, like in underground Auschwitz railroad or whatever. So I like learned I don't have to trust any of these people, but God has told me from the start, like, these people are demons around you, and they never really cared about you. And that's what I've been trying to tell you about these people from the start, is they don't care about humans. And I'm thinking, like, and like I've been showing you, they like mix with all of our families, like Donald Trump. They raped him and had children with him. Ivanka had to have plastic surgery to look like a European, and it still doesn't work because plastic surgery, God has made it so it does not work forever, so it fails after a few years, and then it kills you too because it poisons your inside. Perfect, God's perfect plan is unfolding for real here. And then I noticed that like I don't like give a shit. But everyone else supposedly cares so much. Like, if they pop a child out their butthole, they're like, oh, the child is so beautiful because it's part of me. Because they're arrogant, egotistical pieces of shit who think that the world needs more of them being shot out of their assholes. And the world doesn't need more shit shot out of most of these people's assholes, but the dumbest and the worst are the ones who are shooting shit out their assholes every fucking 5 seconds. And so I've looked at this, and I really think, like, I'm going to put this message out, and I've already put it out there, like, once we deal with them, you guys have to kill me. Like, once we get rid of them, like, I'm going to ask for this. I'm going to be like, poison me, kill me, anything linked to me. And they've been, like, I think, trying to, like, research me and see if I have offspring. And if I have offspring, kill them. Because just for safety's measure, we have to, like, we can't leave them alive, or this is just going to keep happening. And wait till you figure out the truth about Elon Musk. But everything's been building up to this, and he's one of them. He's a Rothschild, too. And now the Rothschild are in control of the nuclear missiles in USA. They're not just in control. I think Putin's actually fighting them, but they're in control of the other places. And they're obviously always been in control of USA. And I think, like, they're setting Elon Musk up as the new dude to kill everyone. And I don't know if I should rat him out or not, because I kind of like the idea of him killing off most of the humans because the humans are in the way. Like, if I just want to, like, take a sword and, like, rush into the enemy's heart, the humans are going to sit around and cry and be like, oh, Jesus, and evil, and cheeseburgers. We got cheeseburgers. Don't you want to stop and have a cheeseburger? You know how humans are. It's the same seven fucking sentences over and over because they lack the ability to have a thought and create their own dialect, and the computer has generated their dialect for them. So it doesn't, like, void. Like, I've tried to, like, work around it and give them new dialect, and the computer's just like, no. There's like 8 plot lines you can choose from. You can't just choose a random retard plot line. And so we are where we are. Like, 2020 was like me trying to choose a random retard plot line purposely to see what happened, and shit happened, didn't it? And you don't have to believe I'm behind 2020, but those who don't believe it's me, like, you probably are sucking Jeffrey Epstein's baby penises all day long, aren't you? In fact, one of you little baby penis suckers reported me for making a joke about pedophiles recently. And whoever's doing that, you bet your family is going to be fucking rounded up and shit. And no slaves. Slavery leads to breeding sex slaves, and death is the only release. But supposedly, according to the story, I'm going to invent immortality, which already exists. And then we're going to find a way to rip people's arms and limbs off and sew them back on and rip them off again, glue them back on. I was like, that's what I've been trying to figure out recently. Do we sew them back on or do we glue them back on? Because we have to get these problems solved. And some of you motherfuckers need your fucking limbs ripped off and glued back on. Everyone involved in circumcision in USA, like, that's 90% of you. And fuck it. Hopefully Putin deals with you guys, and hopefully he's not just another one of you. But I think he's rebelling against you guys. So we're just entering the first stage of this, the fake plague that I protected you from. There's no more protection because of how everyone acted. So the next plagues are going to be real, but you guys already think this is real, and now you think it's a joke. And it's funny how God has worked that out, but he's taught you that plagues aren't real and fake and to laugh at them, and now he's about to unleash real ones. Interesting. Like, whoever this is working with me, like, they played out this stuff well. Like, we probably scripted the whole thing beforehand. But yeah, like, I think you guys need to, like, seriously start looking at what's going on. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a computer. I'm talking to Mario. I'm Mario. I'm talking to Goomba in the video game. But I'm trying to, like, find a different route rather than the biblical prophecy, which I think is the backstory to what's going on here, and it's hard for me to avoid it. I'm trying to, like, avoid it. I'm trying to, like, skip out of the prophecy and alter it. And then they even laughed at me one time when I talked about bringing peace to the world instead of just destroying it. They made up some new Terminator stuff that didn't exist with Sarah Connor. It didn't exist, and they laughed at me about that. And it's like, okay, yeah, it's real funny at me being laughed at.